Duper Trooper is a Minecraft YouTuber that grew past 100,000 subscribers by uploading videos where he tricked on pay-to-win Minecraft servers. Today we will find out what got him into duping, what his future plans are, and much more. How did you first get into Minecraft, and what sparked your interest with duping?
I got into Minecraft in 2011. What initially sparked my interest in duping, I was playing on a server called MC Central, and the richest person in the game, Valtop number 1, wanted to coin flip me. Coin flip is the little gambling feature they have on their server. I won 25 coin flips in a row and absolutely bankrupted him, and then I sold all the in-game money for gift cards, and then I sold the gift cards for real cash and made like $300. And so I thought to myself, what if I could find more dupes to dupe money instead of having to win all these coin flips? I would just dupe the money and then I would sell the money and make, real life profit. And so I did some research and I found out that all the dupe tutorials were garbage. They didn't work. They were like really just some trash stuff, 8-minute long videos showing you how to Alt F4 your game, and none of them worked. And so I sort of scrapped that idea, put it on the back burner, and then 3 years later, I was on a server called Simple Survival, and at the time I was a Twitch streamer. I had maybe 80 followers on Twitch, and I had 30 subscribers on YouTube, and I went by the name ZXNutty, and I made bonk.io videos, but then I started transforming it into Minecraft videos, and I remembered, my Minecraft videos aren't doing too well, so I remembered my idea to make simple duplication glitch videos that are less than a minute long, maybe a little bit over a minute. I'd have an intro, how to do the dupe, and an outro, and maybe a sponsor, and I decided to do it. I took the name Duper Trooper from, just something that was relevant at the time, and I set up my videos, and it was just an instant success, and so from there, I just kept duping, and that was 3 years ago.
What had been your favorite dupe that you've done?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question to ask. Do you mean like on a server or just in general?
On a server.
Honestly, it would probably be the complex gaming video that I did with the owner of Dockspin, because at the time, the owner of Dockspin, there was 2 owners, KT and Brenton. And I was good buddies with KT because we both bought and sold high-tier Minecraft accounts, and I would occasionally broker some deals worth $5,000 to $10,000 with KT. And so one day I just said, you know what, this person has the stigma of a super scary cyber criminal. They run the largest doxing website on the planet, so why not invite him to a video? I think it'd be super cool. And so I invited them, and they're like, sure. I wasn't expecting them to say yes, but they said yes. And so that video was also featuring Treox, which is, in my opinion, the best duper to ever touch the game Minecraft, and additionally Diotime, who is also an insanely talented duper, but I think he's quit as well. And it was just a perfect collaboration between 4 people. We caused a lot of chaos. KT actually played on the Minecraft username EN, which was a 2-character name, and there's only like 30 of those in existence. And they're really rare, and so it was just, altogether, it was a phenomenal video, and that's probably the favorite dupe I've ever done.
What was the biggest impact you've had on a server?
So the biggest impact I've ever had on a server would be Kingscraft. Kingscraft is a cracked Minecraft server from the Philippines, and it's actually the first anti-pay-to-win video I've ever filmed. So Kingscraft was a series of about 4 to 5 videos where each time we would come back, we would dupe, we would crash them, we force-opt on their Minecraft servers, and eventually they went fully non-pay-to-win. But how I got into Kingscraft was actually I posted a video regarding a player's top voter plugin that allowed us to get barrier blocks for free. And Horizon had commented his interest in helping out with the video. So that's the first ever collaboration I ever did with Horizon. That's when I met Horizon. I had around 800 subscribers, and Horizon had around 30,000 subscribers. And he hopped on, and we did a collaboration. We did barrier blocks, and they got really mad. The Kingscraft admins were like, report this guy's video for terrorism, and if he gets banned, we'll do a key all. That's literally what they said in their public Discord server. It was crazy. And so we kept coming back over and over again, and eventually they said, okay, we'll be non-pay-to-win, we'll change.
Have you faced any issues from server owners after duplicating?
So, yes, one of the biggest issues I've ever faced was from I know it is from a server owner. I am not sure which server owner it is from, though. So pretty much, I did a dupe on a server called Mineland, and then I griefed a server called TopStrixMC, which was owned by a YouTuber. Then about a week later, when I was on Thanksgiving vacation, like in a different state, visiting all my extended family, I got a notification that 25 of my YouTube videos were guideline striked and that my channel would be deleted in 7 days. And I was freaking out. I was tweaking. I'm like, oh my gosh, what caused this? And I got a DM from a brand new Discord account, and he said, make an apology video for Mineland and Topstrix right now, or I'm going to copy strike more. And I'm like, okay, screw you, man, I'm not doing that. And then he took down 25 more videos. At the time, I only had 80 videos, so over half my videos were guideline striked. And then that upped my channel's deletion to 24 hours. And he said, good luck getting them back. And so what I ended up doing is I ended up making the apology video to get him to stop destruction to my videos. They got guideline striked, but the guideline strikes were still there. He couldn't remove them. So what I ended up doing was getting a partner manager early. Normally you have to have like 500,000 to 1 million subscribers to get a partner manager. I sort of brute forced my way into the program and got myself a partner manager assigned who was able to get all of the videos unguideline striked and back up on my channel. And I think that's the worst trouble I've ever had with a pay-to-win server owner, even though I don't know which owner it was. I was never able to figure out if it was Topstrix or if it was Mineland. The person who messaged me told me that he was hired by an anonymous individual, so I know that one of them contacted him. But yeah, that was a scary time.
What was the most impressive duplication glitch you've came across?
Now, me personally, I'm going to say a dupe glitch that I personally found. So, this is the last duplication glitch that's been found for a full release of vanilla that isn't overly complicated, and it's pretty simple, and I'm the one who discovered it. It's the Allay dupe, and it uses the same principles as the dolphin dupe, but I actually found it while live streaming. So what happens is there's a dolphin dupe. If you put a dolphin in a stream of water next to a nether portal and threw a shulker box next to the portal, it would pick up the shulker box, teleport to the nether, and then dupe the shulker box. So once that got fixed, everyone was looking for a new dupe, and I thought, well, Allays just got introduced. I helped push the mob vote for Allays because I knew they'd cause a dupe. I just didn't know when it would be found. So I said, okay, Allays are definitely going to cause a dupe. So let's experiment with them. And I set up the dolphin dupe, but I knew that Allays aren't going to swim towards an item like dolphins do. They have a different AI system, and you couldn't rely randomly. So what I did is I set up an observer tick, like setup for redstone next to a note block, and whenever a note block is played, an Allay will come towards the note block and drop any items it picks up. But if you put the note block across from the nether portal, drop the item in front of the note block, the Allay would pick up the item and drop it at the same frame that it goes to the nether, which means that it would dupe the shulker box. And I think this is the most impressive dupe I've ever found, because Mojang explicitly said that the Allay would never be able to dupe items. They hard pushed the fact that Allays would never be able to dupe, and I made them able to dupe, and so I know it was just a big embarrassment for them. So that's probably the most impressive that I've ever found.
What are your future goals with duping in your YouTube?
Future goals for duping is I want to quit. I think that I want to make more videos in the style of like The Mr. Epic or Caleb is Salty or other extremely talented creators, Sal C1, where it's documentary based around incredible stories in Minecraft. And I have so many stories. I've got so much incredible stuff that's happened that only I know of because it's all private information, and I really want to make videos on those. But I'm a little bit scared about how they're going to perform because I've been doing, pay-to-win duping, and I've been just duping for so long. I'm the Duper Trooper. It's in the brand name, and I feel like if I stopped doing that, it could cause a total stunt of growth in my channel and just end it before it takes off.
Okay, so now he's into like the personal things.
Alright.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do when I wake up is I check my business email and I check all my Discord messages because I want to get those out of the way. I get tons of messages from a viewer overnight. Some of my Indian fans or European fans, they might message me when it's 3 a.m. my time, and so I check my Discord and I reply to all those as quickly as I can because I want them to make sure that, I care about my fan base. And then the business email is in case there's any sponsors that want to give me money, I want to reply to them super fast. Then, I go back to sleep and I wake up an hour later and then I get my day started.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up to answer the Discord messages and my emails at 5 a.m. Then I go back to sleep and I wake up at 7:30.
How much money have you duped?
Like in total?
Yes.
So the math took a while. I'm Googling what the number is because I don't know what the number is. So the amount of money I've duped is 3 to the exponent of 21. So a very big amount of money.
What's the process of you making videos?
So typically I'll record the video with some friends. I like to get recording done as soon as possible. So whenever there's a new dupe glitch, we immediately abuse it. We mess with the server. And then those files sit on my back burner for a couple of months while I edit through all of them. Then once I edit one and finish it, I release it usually the same day I'm done editing, and then I move on to the next one. And I always have more footage to edit and more videos to produce. But most of the time I just wing my schedule. As for the thumbnails, I just make them in like paint.net in 5 minutes.
So, like, what kind of music do you listen to?
Ooh, I listen to old school pop, stuff like Michael Jackson. I also listen to rap and R&B music, a lot of hip hop. But then I like modern pop and stuff like that too. Like there's a song that I'm bopping to right now by this weird feminist called Laufey. It's gas. It's pretty good. I really like the song. But my music taste is just all around the board. I don't listen to Deftones. Whoever listens to Deftones, I don't know how you do it. But
So what are Deftones?
Deftones is like the music you'd listen to if your parents hated you. That's I don't know how else to describe it. That's Deftones.
Have you heard of Ghostman?
Oh my gosh, scary. What? All right, search up a guy called BLP Kosher.
Yeah.
He's going up. I've been listening to him since he had I think 60 or 80,000 Spotify listeners, and now he's at like 1.5 million or something. It's awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, he's going up in the world.
What do you do for enjoyment?
I like to skateboard. It's pretty fun. I get yelled at a lot. I've been kicked out of so many malls, but also like to go buy a bunch of food and give it to the homeless. I just like hand it out and stuff, and I find enjoyment doing that. I like to listen to their stories and stuff like that.
Who's your favorite person you've collabed with?
Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. Favorite person I've collabed with? It's between Horizon and Mr. Epic for sure, because they're both like my homies. LC1 is up there, but me and Sal don't collab as much anymore. They're all super nice. They're all super down to earth. I'm probably gonna have to say Horizon because I've been like working with him since I started. He's just always been such a great friend and such a good supporter.
How many people message you asking for dupes?
Like 50 a day. It's crazy. I usually just mess with them. Like if someone asks me for a dupe, I'll just say like, yeah man, use this dupe, and then I'll link them one of my videos. And I've uploaded one single video that's been a fake dupe. One video, but it's obviously a fake dupe. It's like a cactus dupe.
Oh, is it where you throw an item into a cactus?
Yeah, but we made it really good.
So this cactus right here is going to be used for the fundamental.
I have someone flying over as a bit, so it's obviously
fake. And as you can see, that all I have to do in order that you want to do.
We had to set up like command blocks and everything to make it look legit.
Activate this dupe is just throw a diamond into it.
So
boop. And if you just wait a second, it should start dispensing a ton of duped items. This is crazy. So it is a really.
It's real. The cactus dupe is real.
I want to see the comments, dude.
If everyone's just like, it's just gaslighting people saying it works. Oh my gosh.
Dude, that's when you know how you have a good community.
And there's like one guy, Alpha Gaming 138, who just said, "This is fake." That's what I respond to people who ask for dupes with.
How much have you currently made off of YouTube?
Let me check. I don't actually know. So over the past 4 years, made about $7,000. It's not that bad because I get sponsorships and all that, and I don't really disclose the amount of money I make in sponsorships, but it's a good amount.
Yeah.
But like my revenue for last month was $300 for ad revenue, and I got like 400,000 views. So my CPM is just garbage.
How much have you made from your Patreon?
So my Patreon stopped running a while ago. I just can't deliver on early access to videos. Even my channel members are kind of lies. I just can't give out early access to videos anymore because my schedule is so tight. Even though I'm uploading like 10 times less than I used to, it's just I've never really had the time per se. I have $13 that I'm able to withdraw for whatever reason. Okay, so off my Patreon, looks like I've made about $200 before I shut it down.
Why did you delete your Discord server before the one you have now?
Because Discord was gonna terminate it, and I wanted to delete it before they did. That was back in the era when Discord was banning me like every other minute, so I thought it'd be fun content.
Sure.
And then the video flopped, and so I deleted it.
Why were you getting banned?
I was getting banned because I kept raiding people. I kept raiding other Discord servers, and they got mad.
Okay, that makes...
It was a very fair reason. It wasn't like I was a false fan.
You posted a video that you got sued?
Oh, that was clickbait. I didn't get sued. I got a cease and desist from Survival Adventures.
Dude, that's nuts. So your birthday's it's at the end of June, am I correct for that one?
It's at the end of June, but every time my birthday rolls around, I'll do a birthday stream. It's in the span of a week, so I'm not telling anybody my actual birthday.
Well, you've done a stream on the 22nd and 17th.
Dude, how are you getting this info? This guy's like Nardwar. I don't even remember. I private all my streams. How'd you find that?
How did you break your leg?
You weren't even in the duping community when that happened. How do you know that? Dude, those streams were like 2 years ago. Oh my gosh. How did I break my leg? I was in a gym and I fell off a set of bars doing pull-ups, and my leg fell in between two, you know the mats they have below the bars? Sometimes they have mats set up.
Yeah.
If it's like a high bar. I was in a gym, it was a pretty high bar. So if you fell, they needed to put padding there. So 2 of the mats had a crack in the middle. And when I dropped down to stop, my feet didn't land at the same time. My right leg fell into that crack in the mats. And what happened is when my left leg landed, that made my right leg completely twist to the right, and I broke every single bone in my ankle. But there were kids there, and I didn't know it was broken at the time because it was a super clean break. And there were kids there. I knew I couldn't walk. I tried to put pressure on. I'm like, ooh, yikes. And I remember there was some 13-year-old by me, and I really wanted to cuss and start screaming and like crying, but I didn't. So what I did is I flagged down at like a helper, and I'm like, hey boss, can you carry me out of here? And he's like, I don't know if I can carry you, but can you hop out? And I'm like, yeah, totally. And so I hop out. I tell my dad, my mom's making dinner, by the way. This is at 11 p.m. and my dad was driving me. I didn't have my license yet. And so my dad drove me, and he's like, are you sure you're okay? And then right when I got into the car, I just started screaming. Anytime I moved it was just agonizing pain. It was like, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, holy moly. And so we drove to the ER, and I was there till 4 in the morning because they couldn't put a cast on my leg because there was some schizophrenic dude called Eric, and he was mad. This isn't even related to the leg break anymore. This is just me ranting about Eric in the emergency room, but that's how I broke my leg.
Did you ever finish the rap song about Hanukkah?
I did finish that, and I posted it, but I got rid of it because it was really bad. I made it as a joke because I remember there were a bunch of Christmas songs, and there were no Hanukkah songs, and I'm like, man, let's make a sick Hanukkah rap. I don't think my rap career is going very far.
So you did do a face reveal, correct?
Done many in the past, I think 3 or 4, but the most recent updated photo of me, I've had like a glow up, I like to think.
You look much older.
Well, that video is 2 years old. I'm actually gonna private that real quick. I look really bad in that video. You can see why none of the hoes wanted me.
In all the streams, there was in the top right hand of the stream, it had the name Anthony.
Oh, Anthony's the GOAT, dude. I love Anthony. Anthony's a guy I used to buy and sell OG Minecraft accounts with, and he actually was briefly my top donator of all time, and so I put his name in the top right of my screen to show the gratitude. We don't really talk anymore, and It's a little sad, but it's okay.
You accidentally demonetized yourself?
Oh yeah, so I tried to change my YouTube AdSense account to be on a different email than it was, and I accidentally forgot to disable the original AdSense account, so for a full month I made no money at all. They wouldn't let me make money. How did you find those streams? How did you know the dates the streams were on? They're all privated.
I have my ways.
Like and subscribe to the video, or else I'm gonna come into your house with a baton and a police force, and we're gonna SWAT you. We're gonna rip up your couch cushions and sell them on eBay.